What a positively tragic showing tonight at the Prudential Center, where the Devils fell 7-1 against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, last night, these two teams played each other in Toronto, where the Devils suffered a similar fate. However, the arc of that game looked very different. They started out with an early lead, and then the Maple Leafs were able to catch up and eventually walk away with the win 6-4. However, tonight was no such case. They started out down and stayed down as they were unable to claw their way back from an incredibly large deficit. It all starts at 2:13 in the first period, where Spezza scores his first point of the night with a goal with assists from Engvall and Riley. There, shortly after, a Go Leafs Go chant actually starts in the Devils' home arena. We see the Devils skating not looking too bad tonight. Their passing not looking too bad either. But honestly, it's just no match for what the Leafs are bringing to this game. They have a couple of attempts that go off of the pipes, but they're just not able to find their way into the back of the net. Then we see the second goal from the Leafs come from none other than Austin Matthews at 8:38 in the first, with assists from Marner and Bunting. And then, less than 30 seconds later, the Leafs score again to make it 3-0 with a goal by David Kampf at 9:04 in the first, with assists from Magayev and Hull. This is a really tough start for the Devils because it means that less than 10 minutes into the first period, they are already down 3-0 and are already fighting their way back from such a deficit. I have to say that they have a couple of good chances, but Campbell just looks really, really solid between the pipes and does not let any of their attempts in. The Leafs defense looks good and is able to back Campbell up in a way that is securing them going into the second period. But it's not over there. Before the buzzer sounds, we see some super slick puck handling from Mitchell Marner, and he gets the Leafs' fourth goal of the game at 15:31 in the first, with an assist from Austin Matthews. This goal extends Marner's goal streak to 7 games, and he alone had a whopping 4 points tonight. There were multiple Leafs players tonight with a multi-point night. Him, Austin Matthews, Spezza, just to name a few, all walked away with multiple points tonight. It was great for them, but not so great on the Devils' side. Then, as we head into the second period, the Devils have a couple of good shots on goal at the top of the period. It seems as if they found some wind in their sails, but they are just unable to find the back of the net. The crowd starts booing when Campbell saves shots by the Devils, and that continues for the majority of the game. Another Leafs goal happens at 8:25 in the second period, making it 5-0 with goals from Bunting and assists from Marner and Kampf. And then the Devils actually head to a 5-on-3 power play when 2 Leafs players get penalties for tripping and cross-checking, but they are unable to capitalize on this 5-on-3. Campbell makes an incredible save, and yet, even in every other attempt by the Devils, it's unable to find the back of the net, even though they have a 2-man advantage. In fact, it seems like they're spending a lot of this power play in their defensive zone, having to defend their own goalie, when they should be spending a lot of time in the offensive zone with such an advantage. This is incredibly hard to watch, and the crowd is very obviously displeased, and so is the team. But before the period ends, yet another goal is scored by the Leafs, this time from Engvall with assists from Simmons and Spezza. Then, as we head into the third period, Gillies is taken out of play and is replaced with Akira Schmid between the pipes, though it does not really make much of a difference. Finally, we see one goal from the Devils tonight, the lone goal from the Devils tonight, come from young superstar and all-star Jack Hughes from the top of the circle with assists from Sherengovich and Bratt. And tonight's goal is Hughes' 12th goal of the season, which is a new career high for him. But 3 minutes later, the Leafs score again after the Devils' goal to officially hit the 7-goal mark with a goal from Marner unassisted at 5:57 in the third. The Devils try so hard to claw their way back from this, but they just can't. Try as they might, they are just outclassed, outplayed, outskated, outdefended by this Leafs team. In this third period, they get a number of shots on goal, which is great to see them in their offensive zone more. However, they just can't make it in, and Campbell is looking really, really solid and is not giving the Devils any slack. And if nothing else, a highlight of the game, I have to say, is Jack Hughes. Even if everything else tonight was positively tragic, he still looked quite good and was still skating well and had some great puck handling tonight that I really enjoyed seeing as he heads to the All-Star game over this next break. The next game that they will play will be Monday, February 7th against the Ottawa Senators when we return from the All-Star game. Like I said, Jack Hughes will be featured in that All-Star matchup, and I am really excited to watch him there. Hopefully, this break allows them to rest, recuperate, and figure out their game as they come back for the rest of their season, hopefully able to claw their way back and get a couple of more points, maybe putting themselves in a position to get a wild card spot, but who knows at this point. From WFUV Sports, I'm Samantha Borer.